Yeah, I started doing those. Started getting and doing a little bit of calligraphy, so you can see.
Yeah.
You know, that one's gonna be yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
that one's gonna be yours. I've got like 70 songs that we're gonna put in there,
Hell yeah.
and then where you see the little leather marker.
Okay.
Back there, I'm going to put like all of the quotes and sayings that we want to throw in there. You know?
Ooh, we could definitely fill a book with our shit.
Well, you know, I'm thinking more along the lines like movie lines that inspire us and things like that. You know, that I don't know what it is, man. I do want to do an episode later on where we talk about. I gotta get Jason to okay it because. I really want to use his audition video that he shared with us.
Why?
Because it's got some really good points, some good teaching points.
It does.
And that's what this is all about. Is we're teaching people how to get ready, right?
Yeah. Here you guys go. Here's a video of what not to do.
No, and there's also some high points in there. Come on.
He did an okay job.
Well, I mean,
the
delivery of the character during the audition was amazing.
Yeah, no, and that's what I told him in that message. I
Yeah,
said, dude, that's what you should be doing.
Absolutely right.
Slow, deliberate words.
Yes.
Pick your words, because when you try to go too fast, that's when his little brain kicks in.
But see, that's the thing is like I've said before, there's only one Flim Flam.
Yes.
You cannot outspeak him.
No.
You know, and actually I was recapping this with my buddy Ben, the scene where you, me, and Iron Bear and Flim Flam were at the head, you know, and we can't forget the headsman.
Oh yeah, of course.
But we were at the stocks, and I mean, Flim Flam was going, dude. He was just blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, oh, and I brought friends too. And he says, I am Iron Bear. And I'm like, oh, boy.
Yes, you are.
Water, aren't you? But I didn't try to outspeak Flim Flam.
No, you can't.
I outmaneuvered him.
Yeah.
Which is the way that it should be done. Especially if, as a mercenary,
yeah,
you are a tactician.
Mm-hmm.
You are used to doing a deadly dance with blades.
Yep.
So you're just using your words.
Uh-huh. It's the same thing.
Right.
It should be the same concept.
Correct. And that's why I'm saying, and I want to, I need to get Jason's permission just so that we can take snippets of it and show those highlights that I really, really enjoy, especially when a character of action, like Yen Shang, or maybe not so much Lord Robert. Lord Robert's kind of goofy in some cases, and he's able to go about that. But because of where Yen Shang comes from, he's a very serious character.
Yeah. Oh, and I was thinking about it too, because you were talking about what kind of, well, I don't want to say accent, but accent you should do.
Yeah, affectation, if you will.
Yeah. And so I came across, and it was the old Kung Fu with David Carradine. And I thought,
his deliberate pacing.
That's kind of where you should go, because it's not, you know,
there's no ching chong accent to it. There's nothing that's
he's
offensive.
Very slow.
Yes.
And
very methodical.
He pronounces his words.
Well,
it's with someone who is learning the language.
Yes.
And I thought, dude, that would be
that
would be a good starting point.
I've thought about that one.
Yep.
David Carradine did pop into my head.
Yep.
I do, but I don't. The humbleness that his character plays because he's a monk.
I'm talking about just the pattern,
the pacing.
Yeah,
the pacing of his accent. Anyway, you know, we've been ranting on for almost 5 minutes, and we're supposed to be talking and then launching this episode.
Oh, are we doing a show?
I think so.
Gosh.
We're recording episode 11 today.
11. Wow. Double digits.
Oh my God.
We're such big boys.
Speaking of double digits.
What's double digits?
YouTube.
Yes.
And Facebook.
No way.
Yeah, we got I think the last I looked it was like 80 something followers.
Yeah. Yeah. Rapidly approaching 100.
Oh my goodness,
I
dude.
know, dude. Can you believe 83 people like us? That's so crazy.
I think they just accidentally clicked. But anyway, I think we owe our viewers a little bit of an apology.
We do.
This one is episode 11, Stagecraft, Language of the Faire. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
I'm Rob.
I'm Keith.
And we are the Renaissance Rascals.
We are.
But, like I said, we do owe you guys a brief apology.
Yes.
And I blame this solely on Keith because
Absolutely.
he's very absent-minded, which is infectious.
Yeah, it happens.
Anyway, we've been throwing words around during our little episodes here.
The first 10.
The first 10. About words that we haven't given any context to.
No.
So we decided that this would be a good time for us to turn around and give you guys those words that we throw around so carelessly because, well, it's poor form, Shmi.
Yeah, of course it is. It's one of those things I was thinking about, and these are like terms that a lot of people have probably heard but maybe don't understand, or they've seen what we're going to be talking about in action but don't understand why we're doing what we're doing. And so
I don't think we know why we're doing what we're doing.
Not most of the time, no.
Okay.
But, hey, it's one of those, we do what we do, and there we go.
So let's get down to it.
Let's do it.
The first word that we always throw out is cast.
Cast.
And we're not talking about something like, Keith fell down on the ice and needs to splint his leg or anything like that. We're not talking about that type of cast. We're talking about the people that make up the villages of your festivals and fairs.
Yes. So cast is the paid performers that are employed by the fair that are there to interact with everyone else.
So
we have a job. We're there to perform a job.
But in that, we're also talking about the national acts that are there too. They're part of the cast as well.
True. They're a different part, and I think
a subdivision, if you will.
Yeah. People are going to know who they are. You know, they're the people up on the stage.
I mean, like Jacques. Everybody knows who Jacques is.
Of course, and if you don't, you should
probably crawl out of that rock.
Go to YouTube, find Jacques, you'll figure out.
I mean, once in a while, come storm the castle with us.
Yes, of course. But yeah, no, the cast we're there. Like our casting director says, we are there to perform a job.
He says, and I quote, to make magic.
Yes, we are there to make magic. And we
in his judging dad face.
The judging dad face.
Actually, that's the only time that I really see him smile.
Yeah, it is. That is because generally he's probably looking at us going, why?
Specifically you.
Most likely,
I generally blend into the background, even with that big hat. I don't know what it is.
I stand out. I know.
Well, it's because I'm short.
Right.
That's why I'm bigger in the cameras there.
Yeah. It's special effects.
Yes. The next term we have is patron, and patrons are anybody that is just there as a festival goer. They're there to enjoy the sights, the sounds, and the activities that are going on, to include a couple of numbskulls that are running around just being stupid.
That would probably be us.
Maybe.
Okay, I think it may be us.
Or one of the washing well wenches. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, whatever.
These are the folks that have paid to get through the gates, or they are guests of somebody.
Yeah, patrons make up the majority of the people that are coming in. They're the people that come in shorts and a T-shirt and a pair of Nikes, and they're there for the turkey legs and
hey.
a good crack show.
Go easy on Dave from accounting.
Dave from accounting was freaking awesome. If anyone watching this knows what we're
Dave
talking
from
about,
accounting,
please.
Here's to you, friend.
Good job, Dave. No. People that come in for the food, for the crack show. The Scotch eggs.
Ooh, you remember that episode?
The decadent Scotch eggs.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm tearing up from it.
I know.
Anyway, but patrons, the easiest way to think about who's a patron, if they came through the front gate and they didn't leave out of the front gate first at opening, guess what? They're a patron.
They're a patron.
The next one we have, and these are my favorite type of people because these are people that are willing to immerse themselves into our world.
Yes.
These are the patrons. So they follow a good set of rules, being the set of rules of, okay, I know I can't do this. I know I can't do that. They follow the rules of our little play,
Yes.
if you will.
So patrons, I think, play they play an important part. I know. God, I'm quick with stuff.
No, not really.
No, it just happened. No, the patrons, they play an important part.
Yeah.
You know, they also, as cast does, they set the scene. So they make
They
the
enrich the
experience
scene, man.
For they make the experience for the patron
Yes.
a little bit more immersive.
I
you
like to
know.
think of them as like a bridge. They gap the bridge between cast members like us,
Yes.
and the normal patrons.
Yes.
Because people see them and they're like, "Oh man, I want to do that."
Yeah.
Or, you've got wonderful people like our friends, the pitchers.
Oh, I love them.
They're wonderful people. They come out. They're dressed all the time. They're dressed to the nines, and
They're dressed to like the 19s.
they're phenomenal.
They're phenomenal.
They're phenomenal, and they are within character. They acknowledge the royalty. They acknowledge the hierarchy.
Yes.
They show all of the proper respects that are necessary. Then you've got people like Iron Bear.
Iron Bear.
Iron Bear is one of my favorites because, well, Flim, yeah, I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
paid that dude off, man. I wasn't going to fight him.
Yeah, no, Iron Bear was a different
Yeah,
kind of
but
kind
that
of
was
guy,
a
but-
great patron that rolled with the scene.
Absolutely.
And that is a good thing because if like I've said before, if you ever go to Disney or Universal or any other theme park, nowhere ever will they let you become part of the insanity, the magic, if you will.
Yeah, no, generally not.
No, but at Renaissance festivals, at any type of fair, you're encouraged.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, you actually make your cast members smile because they know that they're sharing their stage with you.
We'll get to this later, a little bit later because there's a term that we're going to go over.
I'm trying not to.
But
I typed them up, so I'm trying not to say them.
I know. I'm like little foreshadowing right here. We're going to get to it. But as long as if you are a patron, I fully encourage people to dress up because I think a lot of the people that come to the fair and that may or may not end up on cast, we started as patrons.
Oh, absolutely.
I know I did.
I jumped straight from patron to cast member.
Yeah.
But that's because, I was messing with a certain princess of Irish ilk.
Yes. Yes, she's easily led astray, apparently.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
No,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But the patrons, they play, like I said, they play an important part.
Yes.
As long as they follow the rules.
Yes.
And that's what we'll get. Like I said, we'll get to that a little bit later.
And there
when we'll
are
go in-
some rules that you have absolutely got to follow. Now,
Yes.
bear in mind, we're not just talking about the actual ambiance rules. We're talking about
Right.
we are talking about your specific festival's rules.
Yes.
I.e., you got a peace knot. You've got to follow all the rules. If you're not supposed to be fighting there, don't do it.
Don't fight.
Like New Mexico.
Yes.
New Mexico play fighting is completely
Out of the question.
forbidden.
Yes.
Which I can understand.
With the one exception of Master Dave.
Yes, and Hook.
Yeah, well, he brings it on himself.
Well, with a face like that, what do you expect?
I know, right? Sorry, love you, but yeah, you've got.
We'll
a
see you in
punchable
Arizona. We love
face.
you.
Yeah, I love you, dude. Well, maybe not after that.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not relying on him. I'm relying on the other one.
Right.
She's a lot better to deal with because she's actually focused on things.
I think we'd like her a lot better too.
Well, yes, and so the next term that we have is character.
Yes, we are all characters.
Yes.
So the character is very important.
Yes. And that's what we're actually built around. The Renaissance Rascal is, we are built around helping you to define your character.
Yes.
To find your place within a festival.
Yep.
as a cast member, as a patron, however you want to interact with it. That's what we center around. So if you have any questions about how to build your character, all you got to do is start back at episode 1 and then come all the way back up here.
Yeah, right. Start at the beginning.
Yes.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, eventually. If not, dude, you can always email us, renaissancerascals@gmail.com, and we can help coach you through devising your character.
You can also get us on Facebook.
That's right.
Send us a message.
Actually,
as someone did
the
other day.
Somebody actually messaged us the other day asking about where they can get more immersive role-playing.
Yes.
So, again, see our other episode about, practicing thine craft, because these are wonderful things that you can do, but it's kind of hard to find off-pocket groups.
Yes. Especially in the off season, it becomes a little more difficult.
Yes. Unless you have an idiot like I have. That guy.
That would be me. As it comes closer to Faire, then the Renaissance reenactment groups kind of start popping up because they're getting ready for Faire. But now in the beginning of January, it may be a little bit hard to find. So I would say if you're looking for something like that, look for theater troops, improv groups. Anything that you can, once again, practice.
Role-playing groups at your local gaming shop. Or, better yet, start your own.
You could. You very well could.
Character is 100%. Who are you?
Who are you?
I am Captain Yen Shang of the Woku. And this is my... I don't know... I gotta find another way to refer to you, because you can always refer to me as, and this is my manservant Kato. If you ever do that, you're getting kicked.
Right. I mean, I could just be like, hey, this is Confucius. Oh, sorry, I was wrong.
Oh my God,
dude! I know.
It still chaps my
hurts.
butt, dude.
It still hurts.
For somebody that I pride myself being on quick-witted, that guy just completely disarmed me. And I was like,
you were done. Dude, not only you, but me as well.
And it was a hit and run too.
Yeah,
it was a drive-by racism.
for someone to get both of us at the same time is completely, once again, out of character.
Out of character.
That's not going to happen.
Actually, that's out of pocket for both of us, because
absolutely
that has nothing to do with character.
No.
Usually Keith and I can come up with something pretty quick, but I mean, this dude just looked me dead in the eye and goes, "Oh, look, they got a Confucius," and then kept going.
Dude, it was so smooth the way he did it.
I looked at Keith and I'm like, "Did that just happen?" And he goes, "That just happened."
That just happened. But yeah, no, characters are very important. Characters are who you are. And also what you do.
Yeah, and it defines on how you interact.
Exactly. So the characters are important because, as we said in the previous episode, there's hierarchy.
Yes.
So you have to figure out who you are. If you come in, if your character's like, "Oh, I'm a king," no, you're not. Okay, there's only one king. The king is ours.
Yes.
If you want to come in as a king from
a visiting nation,
nation, okay, that's one thing. But if you go, "I'm the king of England," no, you're not. We already have a king. So,
I mean,
it's not going to work. So try to figure out. For me, I would say stay away from king and queen. Unless
how hard it is to play royalty outside of the scope.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like I saw we saw the what was he? He was a Korean ambassador of some sort.
Right.
The guy's costume was amazing.
Oh, he was on point.
His garb was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about that, but I looked at the guy and I could almost place, what he was.
Definitely in the East.
Yeah. But he was definitely upper echelon kind of guy.
He did not roll in thinking, "Well, I'm better than everybody else."
No.
He's still, while not as deep as Lord Robert's bow would be to His Majesty.
Yes.
He's still bowed as in
Yes.
recognition, not as deference. I have to give that word away. We're going to talk about that later on. Sorry, there's no other way to say it.
No. He played his character.
Yes.
As a visiting person from a different country, exactly the way it should have been played.
Yes.
And so kudos to him.
Which that's kind of funny because I was trolling Facebook the other day.
As we do.
And there is a guy, actually there's a family. They just moved to Colorado recently, and they're trying to connect with Vikings. So
Yes.
you've seen that guy.
Yes.
Their costumes are amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic.
They're just awesome. You know, we don't really have Vikings at the Renaissance Festival because you're kind of like, I don't know, a couple of hundred centuries late.
So they're smatterings of Vikings.
Yes.
But what he was looking for is like a Viking guild.
A guild. But there is a festival in Colorado.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I did point him out to that.
Yeah.
I did say, hey, go check these guys out.
Absolutely.
So, but the reason why I bring that up is because he identifies himself as king.
Yes.
Something or other. I can't remember what his name is. And I'm not trying to downplay the guy. I don't know him personally, so I don't want to give his character name away or anything like that without talking to him.
Yeah.
But if he were to show up at the Renaissance Festival, first things first, if you're a Viking, it does not mean that you get to, go and pillage the village. That doesn't happen.
No.
Douglas County sheriffs will not appreciate you.
No,
And this is where they have to break character.
Chad will take offense.
Yes.
And you don't want Chad
No.
to take offense.
No. But the other thing is that they fully intend upon visiting the Ren Fair and playing with us.
Absolutely.
As patrons.
So if you guys, if you're watching,
Yeah, please.
find us.
Yeah, find us.
I would love to meet you guys and figure,
Especially because it's a whole family thing. That is.
Oh yeah, dude, it's
dude,
great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I finally got mine to dress up and play, but that's because I forced her to play violin.
Which is that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, no, that was a great scene. I loved that whole thing. The next thing we got is lanes. Lanes, not like stay in your lane, but like lanes as in like the places that we walk, the streets, if you will.
Yes.
It sounds bad if I call Keith a streetwalker.
Well, yeah, but
No,
it's,
no, it's not that kind of show. We've talked about this.
Sorry.
So the lanes refers to any thoroughfare that your cast members will, or your customers, that people will go through.
Yeah.
We are a lane is anywhere that a customer can go through that you as a cast member can interact with.
Yes.
That is what a lane is. And then obviously we've got gates. Gates is where everybody comes in and leaves. Eventually.
Hopefully.
There are some people that have been escorted out.
There's people that hang on to the bitter end, my friend.
Dude, I was one of them. I was one of them.
Lord, like, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here, okay?
Yeah,
you gotta
well,
go.
I was staying at the campground, so I was right there. I didn't have to go anywhere.
No.
Although, casting director does not like you laying down by the jousting pits after hours.
No, probably not.
You got to wait till everybody is out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. No. The gates, I think, are as we said in the show with the Winchesters, because they are part of the gates.
Yes.
And that is the transition from 2024 to,
Oh, God.
I know. It is 2024 already. Back to,
15th,
Tudor England.
15th, 16th century.
Yeah.
Tudor England.
And then it's that when you go out the gate, you're transitioning you back. Yeah, you're tired, you're hot, you're sweaty, you stink.
And then you have some idiot up on the parapet yelling at you.
Goodbye, friends.
Farewell.
Hello. Next week at your place.
Have fun slaying CEOs.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, that is definitely us.
That's definitely us. You can find us.
Oh,
up
wait. No holding hands. Sorry, I had to. Go ahead.
That was the third member.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I gates are super important.
Yes.
And if you take that as the face value, and I know some people just come in because they want to shop and have a turkey leg and
Dude, you're more than welcome. We're not judging you in the least.
See
bit.
the crack show,
Yes. Or
'cause
just show up and watch Jacques and then leave.
right? Because
We saw that, dude.
That's how that. Dude, that's what I did when I was just a patron.
Yeah.
You
just went for one act.
No, I just went in because I loved the
Oh,
experience.
okay.
So when I started going, it was the music that got me.
Yeah, that checks
so
out. I could get
I
that.
saw the I don't remember who it was that I saw first.
Probably
It
Celtic.
was either Celtic Legacy or
It was
Crack.
probably
It was one of the
Celtic.
two.
Just judging by the layout of everything.
Probably.
Celtic's been up there at the Rose stage forever.
And so I just was like, oh, dude, I love that. And then, it just got, food. Because I like to eat.
Yes.
I know you only see me from this, but
He's kind of like
I'm healthy.
this.
I'm a sturdy guy.
He's thick.
Yeah, I'm thick. 2 C's. Thick, baby. But no, that's the first thing that drew me into the fair was the music, and so I was like, oh, what other music is here? And then I saw other people, and then I got into, some of the other shows, and then the food, and then it just became, oh, this is super cool.
It's really
but
weird.
I never felt like I fit in because I was
You were in regular clothes.
I was in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I should try this, and so started putting a little something together, and then I went back and I'm like, oh, I feel a little more immersed
dude.
in what's going on.
You
And
took
then
your time then.
I did. I
Okay.
did. And then it kind of crescendoed, until here I am. Here we are.
Which is
Lord
really
have mercy.
funny because like you and I have two totally different paths. Like the first time I went to a Renaissance festival was in 2005.
Yeah.
I was on leave from Iraq. I was on mid-tour leave from fighting out there in Iraq, and came to stay with a friend up in Aurora. You've met her,
Yes.
my little redhead friend.
Yep.
She's like my oldest friend that I've known since high school. Well, next to my wife, who I knew in high school as well.
Yes.
But at any rate, I showed up. We went there, and two things that were extremely wrong with me. One,
Only two?
Oh no!
Because I can name like six.
Just in this one instance.
Okay,
for
gotcha,
the story. I was not in the right headspace, if you would.
Right.
I was, but my then wife and I were having issues.
Well, coming from where you came from.
Yeah, there's that too. Plus, I was coming from sea level.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went in looking normal, wearing normal street clothes and everything like that. I walked out of that place looking like that place being CRF,
Yes.
Colorado Ren Fair, looking like a drunken Chinese dude.
Which is
It checks out. Dude.
It checks out,
It
yeah.
checks out.
I mean, all
But
the
I'm-
boxes
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
it was great because I think I consumed about 8 or 9 of those beverages. And I had that drunken wobble goings, but I had a little staff, so dude, I looked legit.
there wasn't meat back then, was there?
They didn't have mead back then.
Yeah, I
it
didn't
was
think-
it
that
was
was pretty recent.
Angry Orchard is what I was drinking.
Oh, gotcha.
and when you got like 8 or 9 of those
Yeah,
in
yeah,
you,
yeah.
it's especially because I started at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, of course you did.
My friend's like, I want a Scotch egg, and I'm like, bah, I need alcohol.
Yeah.
And-
See, you missed the perfect opportunity to get Scotch eggs back in 2005.
But I did not discover Scotch eggs until actually this year,
Yes.
or last year actually.
Last year.
But I went headlong into it. I bought everything as I was going, and I found a really cool hat. But now I have a better hat.
Your hat is pretty majestic.
My hat is huge. My hat is huge. It's awesome.
Your hat is so big, people gather around him for shade.
Oh, dude, I have my own shade and rain cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so we went in as patrons, and then I think 2017, I started actually dressing up regularly.
Right.
And we didn't really interact with the cast very much. I just kind of like did my thing. I hang out in the shadows and I'd watch. And then we started taking the shows because Cindy likes to watch the shows.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
Washing Well Wenches has always been her favorites.
Yep.
Who's the other one? Hey Nutty Nutty, you remember those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
diving
that's
deep.
That's a while ago.
That's a deep dive.
Well, she used to like watching them, and Celtic Legacy has been her choice. But
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think Crack is a little bit rowdier.
Yes. Yes.
Celtic Legacy is a little bit more.
They you know
They're
what?
more upper middle class.
Yes, yes. The crack show is definitely. I don't know.
They just bring it, dude.
I've gotten to know the guys from the crack show, and so
you got to introduce me.
they're
Because we
kinda-
talk to them, and they're just looking at me like, oh, it's
Yeah.
it's Confucius.
yeah, the guys from the crack show have a special place with me, so
Yeah.
So I always kind of
So which jail cell was that again?
4725-B.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my God, what happened? We just got off topic again.
we digress a little
That's
bit.
okay. It's all right. we don't ever pretend to be like on target.
No, you would almost think we had a plan, but we don't.
But we have these beautiful segues because we were just talking about the crack show, and now
Yes!
we're going to talk about stage acts.
Look at that.
So stage acts are your cast members or your national acts
Yes.
that are paid to travel to perform for you
Yes.
and me.
Yeah. So the stage acts like we're talking about Celtic Legacy, the Crack Show, Jacques,
The Washing Well
Wenches,
Wenches, Chase Legacy,
Yeah,
Chase. What is it?
the Angels,
Yes, the Angels.
Angels.
And then you've also got my favorite people, the Crimson Pirates.
the Crimson Pirate, London Broil.
London Broil's a good one.
Yes.
Who's the guy with the puppet?
Dead Bob.
Dead Bob.
Yeah.
And
I had to think. I'm like, "Grr."
and then you've also got Cy, one of my favorite
yes.
people.
Yes, he is fantastic.
And then you've got other than the stage acts, you've also got what we call our stage, which is the lanes
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yes.
And we don't. It's not just us. It's not like we roll around like bullies and like, hey, you can't do that here. Get on.
Yeah. No. And when we
Although
talk
we should
about,
try that.
I mean, who's going to stop us? I'm probably joking.
Primrose, she might beat the hell out of us, dude.
That's true. She frightens me a little bit.
And the stilt walker scares me too.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
got really long legs.
She does.
She's a wonderful person. I know
fantastic.
you're if you're watching. Hi.
We love you.
Hopefully we'll see you in Arizona.
Yes. But no. Our stage is really anywhere within the walls. So is
Actually,
and
on
we're
the grounds.
and we're talking about cast members.
Yeah,
so
but anywhere on the grounds. Because
Yeah,
remember,
absolutely.
you do stuff outside of the gate.
I do.
During the open.
I will. So before, after the cannon goes off, there are some of us that go out, in kind of the I guess you would call entrance, paths from the parking lot, and we, talk to guests and do that. So anywhere on the grounds is our stage.
Anywhere customers are at, that's our stage.
Except the stages.
Yes.
We do not go on the stages.
We haven't been invited yet.
No.
Yet.
Well, I did play drums with the Crack Show a couple times. But
I said yet.
yeah.
Yet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Although there is one stage that we have full access to, the improv stage.
Yes.
Over there in Travelers Camp.
Absolutely.
Cast members can go on there, and you just got to reserve time for it. But
That may be a bit of foreshadowing.
Don't
want to say it out loud, though.
Keith and I generally have an idea of where we're going to be performing,
That's all we have are ideas.
and
Whatever happens after that.
we may pop up over there once or twice. But
you never know.
who knows? Maybe we'll join you for some dinner.
Ooh.
That's foreshadowing.
Dum, dum, dum. We need that sound effect, so we got to work on that.
Dude, I just got the audio figured out, man. I can get the sound up there.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
And so our last term we have is backstage.
Backstage.
And that is anywhere that no one else can go.
Yes, you have to be a cast member to
yes.
be part of that.
So that is kind of where we have our break areas, our the first aid is backstage, so
Yep.
it's readily accessible to customers, but it's not
Yep.
somewhere you're just going to go hang out. So that's a lot of where we get to take our little 5-10 minute breaks, or we go eat lunch or anything like that. And I know
There is one spot that there's a spot that's outside of the gates that is considered backstage. And if you ever see us hanging out there, don't approach. You can wave at us, and if you want to say something to us or have a conversation with us, just beckon us over, like give us the hand wave, because that's not our personal area. We don't have control over that, and I don't like encroaching upon people's personal spaces.
yes, no,
So just to let you know, because I know I got called out on that once. The guy was like, dude, what are you doing out there? And I'm like, well, I'm taking a break. I'm eating my lunch.
yeah.
oh, I didn't know that was like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And I was like, thank you. So, yeah, but backstage is generally where customers, patrons, they don't have access to.
No.
So, even where we normally take break, we usually rest for a couple of minutes by the first aid tent.
Yes.
Mainly because we like messing with Chad.
Mostly.
Mostly. But the other thing is that it also gives us a chance where when we exit out of there, we are right there, boom,
Yes.
in front of everybody.
So it's just for, like I said, a couple minutes, we could sit down, take a drink of water, kind of, get our mind right about what our next, I don't know, shenanigans are going to be. Because that's really all it is.
Usually it's just Keith looking at me going, oh, I got a great idea. Man. I'm screwed, man. Just completely screwed.
That happens more often than not.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I got an idea. Hey, let's go.
My absolute worst, the worst thing that he does to me is, hey, come on. That's the worst. He just tells me, hey, follow me. I have no idea what we're doing, where we're going. He's just like, come on, let's go.
I generally don't have an idea. I have an idea, but that's about it.
You know how long it took me to figure that out?
There's zero plans.
About 3 weeks it took me to figure that out. My boy looks at me and goes, hey, man, come on, let's go. And I'm like, where are we going?
Yes.
And so now I do it back to him, but he knows where I'm taking him because there's food involved.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, it's 10:45. It's Scotch egg time.
It's Scotch egg time. Hey, you got to start your morning with a Scotch egg.
That absolutely, well, no.
A decadent
You
Scotch
don't.
egg.
You don't. We do.
From our unofficial sponsor, the Queen's Pantry at the Colorado Renaissance.
That's right. But while we're backstage, oftentimes cast members will drop or break character. There are very few instances when we will actually completely come outside of character.
Yes.
Okay. The first one is when we're backstage. We're off scene, if you will. We're no longer out in front of customers. The second one, and this one's generally frowned upon, but if you do it very quickly and then get back into it, you have no problems. The second one is family members show up.
Yes.
Dude, it's kind of rude if... Dude, my mom would kick me in the teeth if I did it to her. Be like, I don't know who you are, woman.
Yes.
Away with you. Yeah, my mom would beat me. Mm-hmm. And then Lord Robert would be laughing as I'm being chased by a little Filipino woman.
Can we arrange that?
Shut up.
Oh, I can't wait for your mom to come visit.
Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, no, dropping and breaking characters is something we do not do on the lanes.
Yes. Unless there's an emergency.
Yes. But that is generally a cast member to cast member kind of thing.
Quickly.
Like you will understand as a cast member, you will understand that something is going on. We'll drop character. I will use, like, if Rob and I weren't together and I just happen to see him, I'd be like, hey, Rob, I need your help. He's going to automatically know something is going on because I called him by his first name.
Yes.
A secondary point to this, and this is an etiquette point. Yeah, so we're going
That's a big word.
I know.
Manners.
Yeah,
Manners.
It's like two syllables.
Yeah. Actually, both of those words are manners.
Or wait, no,
yeah.
three syllables.
3 syllables on yours.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Dude, I got the 3. That's awesome.
Oh, my God.
It is very, very poor etiquette for anyone to try and have a cast member drop or break character. It's just don't try
to intentionally
don't do
to
it.
intentionally do it.
Yeah, it's just bad.
You know, and the most common one that I see, sup, bro.
Yes. So we're that little foreshadowing. We're going to get to that in a little bit.
But that's honestly like, dude, you just spent $20, $30 something to get in here.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to immerse?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what. Well, see, that's what we're saying. So just a regular patron.
Yeah.
I understand that, but if this is more for the patrons.
Yes.
If they're not fully, if they're dressed up, but they're not really in character, so to speak.
Yeah. Dude, you look good. That's awesome.
They're trying to talk to us as just regular people. Well, we're not doing that.
I've ran into that with a couple of people.
Yeah.
It's rather entertaining to me because
oh yeah,
I continue like my favorite. "Oh, you have such nice costume." You know, in China we call them clothes.
Yeah. And people have tried to, do it to me in the past, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. And so I just kind of brush off what they say.
I usually just walk away.
And because I'm like, okay, you're not understanding what we're doing.
You're not ready to play. Come find me when you are.
And I'm not saying if you make a mistake or
right.
a misspoken word or something like that, we're not going to be like, hey, stop doing that. But there's people that try to do it intentionally, and for those, I would say, don't do that. We're here to do a job.
If you want to speak to us outside of our characters, approach within character.
Yes.
Especially if you're a patron. And then ask in character, may I have a word?
Yeah.
And then lean, because usually what will happen is Keith and I do this all the time. We'll lean close to you so that you can say what you need to say and we can respond.
Right.
Because if we're speaking out loud, guess what? We have to be in character.
Yes, because I am not soft-spoken at all. So,
and Lord Robert's worse.
Lord Robert's
is worse.
Hello. He likes to project.
Oh, a lot. Although Yen Sheng can hold his own.
Oh, absolutely.
I stopped laneways for that performance with the tiny violinist.
Oh yeah.
Everybody just froze, and you've done well when you hear people on the sidelines going, "Oh, look, something's about to happen."
What's happening?
And then you hear, he's got a sword. The other guy has a violin. Yes, Arlen. Violence, not violins.
No, it's violins, not violence.
No. You're mispronouncing it.
I am siding with Arlen on this one.
No. You both need to learn how to speak English. I speak your language better than you.
That's rich coming from from you.
No.
Oh my Lord.
It's awesome. Anyway, the next word we have is endow.
Endow.
This is a really tricky one.
Yes. So the thing we try to get across is when we endow something, we're taking, like, let's say your cell phone, and we're not going to call it a cell phone. We're not going to call it a phone, so we're giving it another name. I prefer fairy box. Oh, look at you. Or pixie box, one of the two. Magic
I like
box.
magic mirror.
Yeah, magic mirror or something. We're just not going to call it a phone. A really good one that I heard was there was somebody wearing like kind of the wraparound sunglasses.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, look, I love your bandit's mask." And I was like, "Ooh, that's
a
really
good
cool."
one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So when we say when we talk about your pixie box or your magic box, or we're talking about something that's modern, but we're giving it an older thing, and you're like, what are they talking about?
But that actually foreshadows into something else that we're going to talk about.
Yes. I know, right?
It's awesome.
This is great. This is like the foreshadowing episode.
Yes. But the idea is that we as cast members, as characters in the village, we want to continue to interact with you. Even if you aren't in clothing, in period clothing. We still want to play with you because, dude, you came to a theme park.
Yes.
You want to be interacted with, by all of the characters that are part of that theme park.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you don't go to one of the big theme parks and be like, oh, I got snubbed by Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Actually, that happened to my daughter, with my oldest daughter, with Pocahontas. She ran away.
Oh, yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I chased her.
And
I almost got tackled by Disney employees. That was a very bad year for me.
Apparently.
But speaking of, let's stay focused.
Let's stay focused.
Stay focused.
This is one that's hard for us.
Well, it is, but it isn't because
in normal life.
In normal life, yes. But
yes. When we're on the job, we're good.
When it comes to us being on stage, focus is when you have the entire or an audience is watching you.
Yes.
And Keith and I was really bad at this. We're going to kind of blur into a couple of two terms here: focus and stealing focus.
Yes.
Because I was really bad at this when I first started because last season I wanted to prove my mettle.
Of course.
And I felt that I had to be part of everything because I'm right here. But Keith and I talked about it because I stepped on a line on him. He was interacting with somebody, and I kind of jumped in, and he just kind of looked at me and just did one of these, like. And so okay, cool. He gave me the F off sign. I got it. So I just kind of stepped back to the back.
It's very subtle.
It was very, very subtle because Keith is a professional, and he will not call me out on scene. As a matter of fact, all of your really good actors will never step on you or chastise you in front of a crowd.
No.
They'll give you that quick head nod or, one of these.
Yeah.
Just a very subtle thing where here, let me move the mic so you can see me. So they're scratching like this, and then they just go like that, and then they go back to scratching. Hopefully you're
Hopefully you pick up on that.
You can pick up on that. But if Keith is the focus of a scene, he's interacting, and the way that we do things is the first person to say something is the focus of the scene.
Yes.
So generally, it's Keith.
But it generally is.
It's because he is Lord Robert Adelborn.
Yes.
He has more within the character. He has more reason to interact with the peasants of the patrons.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yen Shang doesn't care about the patrons.
No.
He does not care about the peasantry. He cares about the I care about the patrons. Yen Shang does not care because he's there for a job.
Yes.
To keep that dude alive.
Yes.
Because he's going to help me trade. Aside from that, I generally will not engage immediately. The ones that do get my attention are the ones that come dressed from the east.
Yes.
And I will make a beeline, and it's great because then I got Keith trudging behind me to keep up. It's hilarious.
Yes.
Because I move.
All of a sudden he bolts off to the right. I'm like, oh, he's going up a hill. Why? Why would you go up the hill?
Oh, dude. I sprinted up the hill one time because I can't remember what we were doing, but I had to get up to the top of the hill. And Keith goes, I'll catch up.
I'll meet you up there. And off I go, trudging.
Yep. But stealing focus is nothing more than you trying to upstage somebody or take over the scene.
Yes.
Shatnering it, if you will.
Yes. And stealing focus is also for the patrons and platrons.
Yes.
If we're trying to do a scene, please be respectful. That's all we're asking. We're trying to do a job.
Yes.
And if you're stealing focus and making it hard for us to do our job, it's bad form to me.
Yes, absolutely.
So let us do what we're going to do. If you don't find it funny, that's fine.
I got a couple of examples.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I've got a couple of examples that are really good examples. We had the scene with Lucinda.
Yes.
When we were, this whole scene was just, this is how bad we are. we are so good, we're horrible.
Yes.
Because Keith and I started off, and it was supposed to be we were going to marry Lucinda off to Lord Robert.
Yes.
Which then in turn turned into Lord Robert was marrying Lucinda off to a monk.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard me right. A monk.
Yeah, not
like
sure.
a man of the clergy, not like a monk from Asia.
The whole thing took a left turn,
and we rolled with it
in the middle of this scene. That once again we had an idea of how we wanted this thing to go, but
it didn't go that way.
It just didn't go that way.
But the beautiful thing is that the people that were playing with us, the two patrons, that they really weren't patrons. We kind of turned them into patrons right there.
Yeah.
They rolled with it. And there were people that were gathering around watching the spectacle of us being like Keystone Cops trying to marry off a witch.
And we did. It was fantastic.
We did. And it was hilarious because, dude, the guy even actually took his wedding ring off.
Yeah.
That was the craziest part to me. I couldn't stop laughing. But that is somebody who wants to immerse into the play of it.
Yeah.
Another one, borderline, Iron Bear. He stepped on a line. That's fine. He didn't know timing. He hadn't worked with us before. That's fine. But it's one of those things where okay, I got to take a quick moment here because my character is built off of a man of action. He is a sailor. He's a merchant. He's a pirate. Okay. I'm not funny. I may say some witty things, but I don't hunt funny. With that said, friends, the quickest way, and I actually learned this from a documentary about the Duke, John Wayne.
Okay.
John Wayne's pacing was intentional.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have to scream if we're face to face. Instead, pause.
Yeah.
Look around, breathe. Don't make it so weird that it's like, 10 seconds later,
Yeah.
Or if you really want to do the Zap Brannigan thing, you could say dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
But
Dum, dum.
you don't have to scream. Typically, the one who screams is the one who wants the attention.
Yes.
And guess what? I'm a dad. Guess what you're not going to get? The attention. No, normally what ends up happening when somebody yells at me like that, I'm going to calmly wait until you finish your line, and then I'm going to shut you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not being I'm not being mean when I say this. In character, I will find a way to humble you and bring you back in. Afterwards, when the scene is over, if you would like to have a very hushed toned word with us, then we can help you. Or again,
absolutely.
you can email us or contact us on Facebook, or you can email us at renaissancerascals.com, at google.com, and we can help you out. Gmail. Google, Gmail. Here's one that we were talking about earlier, reverence and deference.
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh, my goodness. So
Yes.
help me out with this reverence thing, because the only thing I think of reverence is like, clergy.
So I did reverence and deference. They're generally the same thing.
Okay.
And this goes more for the patrons than the patrons, because patrons are there, like we said, just to have a good time, taking.
Yeah, they're not going to be the ones bowing to the king. They may do it faint-heartedly.
Yeah, but at least they should put in a little bit of effort to go, okay, who's who, play along. If they don't, if it's a patron, I don't really take offense or say anything. It's one of those, they're just here to have a good time.
Right.
But it's the patrons who want to be part of the scene, and this is where I was talking about earlier, is you have to know the rules.
Yes.
If you want to be a part of this immersive experience, learn the rules.
Yes.
Okay? So I will never call anyone out intentionally, like, oh, you should bow to me, blah, 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 because, I'm nobility, blah. Okay, I'll never do that.
Remember, if you have to thump your chest and tell people you're in charge, you're not in charge.
I will make an offhand remark or a snide comment about, oh, this one must not know who I am. Or
I think the funniest one I heard you say was, oh, he must be of lower nobility. He doesn't know who I am.
Yes.
That was hilarious, because that dude looked at you like, what did that
And I
dude
just keep
say?
walking.
Yeah, no, it was
I
great.
just keep walking.
Drive by.
But the deference is so whatever your character is, figure out where they fit, and then figure out, okay, you do have to bow to the king and the queen and the duke and all the nobility that is above you, wherever your particular character
Station.
is.
Yeah, whatever your character station is. Yeah.
So if we were talking about, like we said earlier, the gentleman who's king of the Vikings. Okay, he really has no status in our time frame.
No,
so he would have to, and if he didn't bow to who the nobility that's in the thing, I would definitely say something, but like, oh, this one's from out of town, we must teach him, But I would never come across as mean or snotty or anything. But it's
you would come across as snotty, but within character.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
not doing it to be
you're not
ass.
coming across as Keith, thumping your chest.
Yeah, no.
I've been on cast for so many years. You need to bow to me. I'm nobility.
Yeah, no. But so for and like I said, this for the patrons.
Yes.
If you want to be a patron, and I would have to put it in two different categories, because there's people that dress up.
Yes.
that don't necessarily, they just want to dress up.
Right. And you look fabulous, kids.
And you look great. You look fantastic. But they don't really have characters established. They don't have, backgrounds, and they don't have this, and they're not really wanting to.
Hey, but we can
be
help
a
you
part.
with that.
We can. But then there's the patrons, like the pitchers.
Yes.
Who are strictly, they are immersed. They have their
And
characters.
they actually have characters. They
Yes.
are lower nobility.
Yes.
They or my friend Masha.
Yeah.
She plays a vampire pirate.
Yeah.
And she knows where she fits in. Mm-hmm. Hi.
And it's like every time I see the pitchers, I bow to them, because I love them. But it's even before I got to know them,
Sure.
I was like, they are fantastic, and they're doing
Yes.
they're doing their I'll call it a bit, but they're doing their character.
Yeah.
And so I would walk by and I would show my deference to them.
You know how you know their nobility?
Oh, they're dressed fantastic.
Yeah, they're not covered in shite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're but
so
and
that actually
even so when it comes to deference, even if I'm not sure if a patron it would be above me, I'll still do a little, just enough to recognize, hey, this guy's dressed really, really well. So okay, I'll give you your thing.
So
and then also, any small girl who's dressed as a princess, I do it because
you have a soft spot for them.
I do, and
but
it's so fantastic.
But it's beautiful.
It makes their day, and I'll be like, "Oh, royalty!
Well,
hello, my lady."
You're not just making that little kid's day. You're making the whole family. I mean,
yeah.
I've watched the faces of many a parent and grandparent that their faces just beam because now here's their little princess that is being interacted with by somebody. It kind of like, I keep on saying this. It's like going to a theme park and the main character comes up to you and gives you a big hug. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happy.
Oh yeah, I'll go out of my way for that. If I see someone, hey, we got to go that way.
Which I'm the opposite. I would rather engage with people that are at least my height. But a lot of that is because if I bend down, I'm going to smack somebody with my sword.
True.
I think I might actually go with a spear next year.
Oh, there you go.
A naginata.
Yeah.
I might carry that around because then it gives Lord Robert a cane that he can readily borrow.
Absolutely.
going up and down those hills.
Be like, all right, I've got a cane. Here, let me borrow that.
But here's a pro tip for you guys. As Keith was just saying, Lord Robert Adelborn is kind of lower nobility. But if you are portraying somebody that is a little bit higher than him, it is always in good form to introduce yourself.
Yes.
In Asia, it's poor form to not introduce yourself and yet still continue to talk.
Mm-hmm. So I think my rule of thumb, and this is what I've done in the past, is if I'm not sure, give him a little. Give him a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no one's going to go, you don't have to bow to me, but it'll be like,
actually,
they
will.
I will always do that. I'll be like, oh, yes, well met. And I'll give them a little back, and hey, there we go.
I've seen patrons turn around and say that.
Yeah.
You don't have to bow to me.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, I do.
No, I'm paying you honor.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm giving you the honor of my presence.
It's just good form.
Yes.
So I think if more patrons did that, it would lend credence to a lot of what we're doing.
Right.
Which segues directly into the next thing.
Oh, I know. That's why I put it up there.
And so this is denying, okay? Denying a scene, denying a character. We're going to... This is the biggest thing. If you, as a patron or a patron, especially patrons, and I know it seems like I'm picking on the patrons, but I kind of am.
We hold you to a higher standard, sir.
We do, because
madam.
You're wanting to be a part of this immersive experience.
Ooh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Movie reference. Oh. You have been weighed.
You have been measured.
And you have been found absolutely wanting.
Yes. Yeah, so denying is either the scene or the character. and I'll touch on the character because that's huge for me.
Oh.
If you, because I know I've done it in the past, and so
You've
that's
done it
why,
with the mushroom people.
okay, that's a different show, and we're gonna get there. I don't understand the mushroom people.
I agree with you, but
We'll get to that show.
anyway.
But no, denying a character is let's say you're a patron and you walk by the king, and you don't bow to the king. Okay, that's the freaking king. Bow to the king, bow to the queen, bow to anyone. And this is why I'm saying the reverence and deference and denying characters go hand in hand, because you are basically saying, I don't care that you're the king, but you want to be a patron and you want to act 50%. You have to act 100%. You have to either do it or don't. There's no half steps. And so that's why I kind of separated the patrons into those who dress up just because they want it, but they're not trying to be a character.
Now,
it's the people that dress up that want to be characters that aren't following the rules.
Yes.
They're like, wait, I know what you're doing, and you can tell the difference between the two. And so don't deny characters.
Right.
In denying a scene, if we're trying to interact with you,
Sup, bro?
Yeah,
That's a cool hat, man.
yeah. It's just,
Dog, where'd you get those shoes? These are all things, dude. I'm not even joking. These are all things that have been said to me while on, on the job, performing in the
job.
lanes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's a dope sword.
Yes.
Okay. This is where I'm kind of a snob when it comes to this. In European societies, British, French, German, Spain, swords have names.
They do.
Swords have names.
They do.
In China, swords do not have names.
No. But
Very, very rarely does a sword have a name, because a sword is a tool. It is an extension of the wielder.
we like our names.
Well, I like my name too. So it is you've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes.
The Green Destiny is always referred to as Li Mubai's sword,
Right.
also known as the Green Destiny.
Right.
But really, it's Li Mubai's sword, period. So when you refer to my sword, that is, it's the height of poor form. It's like, dude, you look okay, but that sword, though.
Yeah.
Like, the sword is an inanimate object. It's just there. It's literally just there.
So in the culture that you're talking, it's no different than a shovel.
Correct.
Or a broom.
Or my sandals.
Or you're saying, it's an accessory.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Here,
so,
I got a big word. It's an accoutrement.
Accoutrement.
Oh, you like that?
You got to get that. En français, monsieur. Accoutrement.
We don't like the French.
The T
don't
doesn't
like the
come
French.
there. Yeah, I know, but you know what? Everybody has to respect the French once in a while.
Maybe
Once in a while, all right?
Maybe for the wine.
All right. Or it could be worse. We could be talking about the Spaniards.
We don't talk about them.
No, because nobody expects.
The Spanish Inquisition.
There you go. But when you're denying a scene, this is something that actually is a pet peeve of mine. And we've been chastised for this before.
Yes.
Because if Primrose is somewhere and you ignore her doing her thing as a cast member, and you start doing your thing and you're overpowering what she's doing, you're denying the scene.
Yes.
Let the scene play out, kids. So if you're a patron or a cast member, don't step onto the people's scenes.
No.
Wait until they're done or find another place.
Yes.
Period.
If you are not invited into the scene,
Don't step on it.
It is not your scene.
Correct.
The whoever the actors are, we don't need your help.
Or if we do want your help,
You will clearly know. We will give you a clear sign.
Now, that's-
hey, look, it's
That's not to
Lord
say
so and so, come over here.
But that's not to say that we don't like your interjections.
No, not at all.
We're not saying don't. We're better than you. We're saying be mindful and be respectful.
And that also goes back to stealing the focus of the scene.
That's right. Let the focus be there, but you can add things. It's my best example for this. Our Adam Bell does a beautiful piece with the sheriff.
Yes.
And there is a great and Adam Bell is great at controlling the crowd. I mean,
yes.
I think the biggest crowd that he had last season was like 30 people deep.
Oh, yeah.
And it was huge.
Mm-hmm.
But he's very expert at controlling that crowd. And he does have some people that are rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're kill him, whatever. Just be mindful, kids. Pay attention to when you can feel the tempo, if you will. It's kind of like listening to a song. You know when that beat is going to drop.
Yep.
And that beat is your interjection. That beat drops and then it leaves. It doesn't stay there. It's we're not talking about the bass and the trumpets, okay? That just keep on going.
Nothing wrong with trumpets.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
We're not saying anything's wrong with trumpets.
But you know what? You got to let the scene breathe.
True.
Okay? The next thing we're going to talk about. And guys, we're not trying to come down on you. This is one of my favorites.
Yes.
This is one of my favorites. Yes, and. Because I got something to show you.
Shout out to Lord Zurich.
I promised you that I would show you this, and I have to show you this because this, I thought about this. I saw this while I was scrolling through Facebook.
And this is my first time seeing this.
This is your first time, but
you will get organic feedback on
this. This is hilarious. This comes from Instagram. I'll tag these guys down below. There we go.
Name a woman.
Name a woman?
Yeah, like any woman.
Corinthia Slug.
What?
Corinthia Slug.
No, you're just supposed to name a woman.
Yeah, I did. You're a woman, so I named you Corinthia Slug. Daughter to Barnabas Slug, heir to the Crystal Throne.
No, I'm not Corinthia Slug.
Corinthia, come quick. Your father Barnabas has been slain and you must ascend the crystal throne.
Don't listen to this mudworm, Corinthia. He probably killed Barnabas to steal the throne for himself.
Corinthia, this man speaks lies. I have been loyal to the House of Slug for longer than he's been alive.
Corinthia, come with me. It's your only chance to
Corinthia,
survive.
you can't listen to this mudbug. You must come with me.
Mudbug?
You heard what I said.
Wait, stop it! I'm not going anywhere with either of you guys. I'm gonna go stay with my aunt. Sylvestria Slug, the witch of the high tower and the seer of all things. She alone can give me the answers I seek, not more lies spit out of your mouth like venom. You are both a mud bug and mudworm, and I shall have nothing to do with you henceforth. Good day.
Good day.
Princesses, am I right?
Yeah. Hey, you want to go grub nub on some gub dubs?
Tell me that's not epic, dude.
That is fantastic.
Tell me that is not a classic example of yes and.
That is okay. So it started out.
She was denying it.
She was denying the scene. And so that is a lot of what we run into.
Yes,
is we start off a scene with a patron or even another cast member sometimes. And they what no. No. Just say yes. Just go with the scene.
But then you had the third actor
Yes.
that came in and fed into it a little bit more.
Yeah, and
it's a very dynamic trio that they had there.
He picked up the yes and he went with it. Yes, and Corinthian, and he fed into that. No, that was fantastic.
It's
awesome. So a lot of our interactions kind of go this way sometimes.
Absolutely right.
I wouldn't say a lot, but
I would
we've
say
had
a lot.
few where you and I would try to talk to someone and no one would, and then it would take either you or I to say something to draw them in, and then I get what you're trying to do, because a lot of people don't understand
What we're
doing.
Hell, we don't even understand what we're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's happening. So a lot of it is, if they don't understand that we're cast members trying to have an interaction with them. So that's where the confusion kind of comes in. Like
Confusion, not Confucius.
Who are these nut jobs and why are they trying to talk to me?
Well, I'll tell you who these nut jobs are. I'm Yen Shang.
I'm Lord Robert Edelborn.
That's who we are. Don't forget it. You've already been told once.
You've been warned.
That's right.
But yeah, no, yes, and is fantastic.
Which I'm going to tell you what, guys.
I would say it is the lifeblood of what we do.
Absolutely. And what I would say is whether you're a veteran cast member or you're a rookie cast member, a patron, or even a patron, try it.
Yes.
Try it. Just try yes and for us. Because I'm going to tell you what. 1, you're going to get a more immersive experience. 2, you're going to walk away with something that is far more entertaining than anything else that you're going to watch on any stage.
Yes.
Whether it's us or it's Prince Otto or anybody else out there. My favorite, Jack Bean.
Bean!
Let Bean have some fun with you. He's a great guy.
Bean is fantastic.
But let these guys let these guys and gals, these cast members, have their fun with you. Because I'm going to tell you what, there is nothing more entertaining than letting them work their craft.
Yeah.
And like you have a private show happening right in front of you.
Yes. You are now part of the show.
Which actually, you're that one person that they are talking to amongst the crowd.
Yeah. So to go along with yes and, so a lot of the interactions we do are and I know a lot of people think it's planned. And some people do have plans. Some people
we
try
don't.
We have no idea.
We have one singular idea.
We are strictly improv.
Yes.
Conversational improv,
Yes.
not whose line is it anyway improv.
We would be
two
dangerous
different
at
things.
that.
Oh, absolutely.
Might get fired for that one.
So in improv, in this, so if we start an interaction with you, the one rule in improv is there are no wrong answers. There are no mistakes.
Except for sup, dude.
We Rob and I will roll with whatever you say, and we'll just go with it.
Yep.
Even
if you say sup, dude, because I'm going to tell you, is it dinner time already?
Yeah. So don't be afraid to just say whatever's on your mind.
Please.
And we're going to roll with it. It may not be exactly what we thought.
Hey, it might not be what you thought.
It may not be what you thought.
Contextually, we might take it out of context.
Absolutely. Which is probably going to happen. So I would say just for anybody, and this, I'm strictly speaking for Rob and I on this. I don't want to speak for anyone else. But if you see us coming and we're going to have,
Run.
You can talk to us. And also if we talk to you, just go with whatever we're saying.
Which, by the way,
just give it. If I go, look at the sky is a lovely shade of green, isn't it? Don't be afraid to go. No, yeah.
Ooh.
It is a lovely shade of green. Of course it is.
Ooh.
Or go, no. You can say no, but give me something to go off of.
Yeah.
No, the sky's not green. It's blue. It's blue. No, of course it's not. It's
there's actually a very classic play that is centered around that idea. Taming of the Shrew.
Yes.
Petruchio says to Kate, "It is a lovely night," and she says, "Are you daft? 'Tis but day."
Right.
And he says, "No, but it is night, and
Yeah.
it is a lovely night."
In a lot of improv circles, you will hear people that will go, "Oh, no, you can never say no. Don't say no."
No, you can say no.
You can say no,
But you have to give something afterwards.
We subscribe to yes and.
Yes.
There's also a thing that we also do. It's no but this. Oh, because now we're continuing the scene. If I go, the sky is a lovely shade of green, you go, no, it's not.
No, Lord Robert, it's purple.
Yeah. So if you go, no, it's not. The scene ends there. I can't come back and go, oh, well, yes, it is. Because now
I'm arguing with you.
Yeah, now it's just an argument. It's
Yeah.
not a conversation.
Yes.
So if you go, no, but it is a lovely shade of yellow. Yellow? Are you daft? It's not yellow. Oh, well, yes, I can see where it is a little bit yellow. Now we're continuing to see.
I would probably go more into the lines of, no, Lord Robert, it's blue. Perhaps your glasses need cleaning.
Yes. Well, of course they probably do. It is dusty out here.
Yes. Did you see that dragon?
Yes, I did. And it's lovely, isn't he?
Well, he looks a little angry.
Well, I would be angry too if I haven't eaten any villagers today.
Should we warn the people?
Yes, we probably should, but there
Maybe-
are some that we could do away with.
Like-
Overpopulation
Like
and all.
that one over there.
Oh yeah, that one. So that would be a simple, nonsensical conversation we just
Which
had.
we do quite often.
Which is a lot of what we do.
We do that quite often, and it's really fun when
And sometimes we do it when we're on the job too.
Yeah, it's really great when we're on the job and he's entertaining children.
I love it.
Oh my goodness! Or you get somebody else involved with us because I don't know what it is. Everybody gets swept up in our stupidity.
And it's because we are eloquently stupid.
Yes. Well,
It's hard not to.
I'm at least dressed eloquently.
Yes.
But that is yes, and is a very important tool. Remember that when you're starting to be involved in as a patron or as a new cast member, because you don't have most people don't have it in them to know, but
Yeah.
you can always yes and because I could say yes, it is a lovely shade of green, and that breeze is just beautiful, or and it looks like it's about to rain. You can take that any route. We're doing something nonsensical like the weather.
Yeah.
But you can do that with anything, if you want to see it in action, come find us out there in the festival. Something I did want to point out that Keith had kind of triggered me on. Come and talk to us, because you know what? There may be something that we put on your chest or in your pocket.
Yeah, there could be. You never know.
We're working on some things, because you know what? It's about, for us, the Renaissance Rascals is about the spirit of acting and the spirit of being part of the fair,
Yes.
the festival, the life, the scene.
Yes. But it's like we always say, we are very Renaissance focused.
Yes.
That is our focus. But these things that we talk about and we try to discuss, you can really use them for anything.
Oh, it really messes with people at work.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be just the Renaissance Festival. This is our love and our passion, and so we do a lot of Renaissance focused things, but you can really do it for any kind of acting.
Absolutely right.
You can use it in your personal life
That's
at work.
right.
You can,
If you want to have fun with your family, do it at home when nobody else expects it. It's great.
Screw with people. It's great.
I do it all the time. My daughter looks at me like I'm nuts. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Like, dude, I'm trying to teach you acting. Keep up, kid. What's up? The next thing that we have is find an out.
Yes.
So these are, I like to call them ejection buttons, or when you run out of material, you're basically backed into a corner, or there's you have got to find an exit, because you can't be there all day with just one group.
No.
You got to keep moving, kids. So what I would say is find yourself an out. The easiest one that we were told is, I must be about the king's business.
Yes.
That's the easy out. You can have a little bit more fun with that. For example, there's a certain mercenary friend of ours who I like to play hide and seek with, but he doesn't know I'm playing hide and seek with him. So when I see him coming down the way, if he hasn't seen me yet and I need to get out of a scene, I will casually make a comment of, I must go. There is a man who's approaching that I may or may not owe some money to. And then I'll away.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm playing hide and seek with him. He has no idea. Hi, Jason.
Well, cat's out of the bag now.
Cat's out the bag now.
Yeah. No. Finding it out is just a way to end a scene, a conversation, an interaction. Because we have good interactions, we have bad interactions. We have
Not
good
all of them go
conversations.
well.
Not all of them go well. Some people just don't.
They sputter, and you just got to let it.
Don't
You got to
wanna
let it
talk
go
to us,
Yeah.
or they want to
drive by and call me Confucius.
Or drive
Dude,
by
I
and
am
go-
really sour about that.
Yeah, dude, that's fantastic.
No, it's not.
It was awesome.
It was horrible. You have a
so-
really warped definition of fantastic.
It was fantastic because that was the only time in 8 weeks that both of us had
We're
nothing to say
Dumbfounded.
at the same time.
Yes.
like just
simultaneously.
Oh wow!
Look, I got three syllables out of that one.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to find an out. We have to end the conversation or the
Yes.
scene.
Sometimes
So
we'll
you'll-
do it very politely.
Of course. Oh,
I'm sorry. We must go.
yes. Oh, it must. I will grab my pocket watch, and I'll look at them. Oh, look at the time. I must be away, and off I go. And you know, that's
Or-
just because we got to be somewhere else.
Or
you know,
we'll even throw it on to the customer. Oh, but don't let us keep you.
yes.
You
Oh,
know.
I see you're in line for whatever. You know, don't let us keep you. Go ahead. Go.
Although,
Get
don't
your
think
shopping.
the line keeps you safe.
The line. Yes. So
I watched Keith harass people at the Queen's Pantry while we were waiting for our food. It's horrible because you're a trapped audience.
you are a captive audience.
I mean, you really want those French fries. You're going to wait. And all you're going to do is just be subjected to Keith messing with you. And it's
Yes.
great.
Yes. You know, it's.
That guy had no idea what to do.
Who wants to stand in line? You know, so I find the people that they're look real downtrodden. Like, this line is right.
Well, that guy was standing
That is
there,
my
and
target.
I think he had like 4 different orders that he was supposed to be putting. Because we literally watched his wife and 3 kids. Like, okay, we're gonna go sit over here, and he was just standing there, and he just looked so dejected. He was just like,
ooh, this is gonna
and
be
then
great.
there goes Keith. I'm like, dude, don't. Screw it. He's already there. Unfortunately, that gentleman didn't have an out.
No, he had no out. He was stuck where he was.
Yes.
But no, another little bit of foreshadowing.
Yes.
If you're in a line, the 2024 season of Colorado Renaissance Festival, and you see us coming,
You have
there's
2 choices.
There's nothing you can do.
You have 2 choices. You can stay there and wait for your food, or you can run.
Or you can run. But yeah. So
We say this very lightheartedly.
Oh,
We're
absolutely.
not going to do anything bad to you.
No.
We're just going to have fun.
Yes.
And we want you to play with us.
I want our goal, Rob and I, is to entertain.
Be aware, most of this stuff is his idea. So, Judgy Dad Face,
Yes, totally. I fully accept that.
we call him that, but we really do love our casting
I
director.
love him.
He's an amazing gentleman.
Yes.
Who, by his graces, I am part of the cast.
Yes. I look at it as he gave me
A home.
a home
And a family.
and a way to absolutely, and a way to do the thing that I absolutely love to do.
Yes.
which is entertain people.
Not that we're good at it. We just love to do it.
Someone once said that we were good.
I think they were only talking about one scene.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was that one time, that one day.
Yes.
and we nailed it.
And then there's my favorite saying, my favorite thing, my favorite phrase, if you will.
Yes,
Because it is the ultimate out.
it is the ultimate out.
It's called the cannon.
The cannon.
So, the cannon fires off at our festival. I think at most festivals.
Most have like a cannon or trumpet, something.
Something. We call it a cannon at CRF because it's
It's a
literally
cannon.
a cannon.
Yes.
That is the ultimate out because
Yeah.
when that cannon goes off, gates are about to close, baby.
Inside the gate.
Inside the gate. And this is usually led by our friend, the jester,
Yes.
who's I think he's a very young man. I don't know how old he is.
The
character.
actor or the character?
character.
The character is 800.
Yes, he's very, very, very young.
Yes. I
very
mean,
young.
But in terms of a half-fey jester, is
that's true.
He's like a teenager.
That's true. Yes.
And if you talk to him, you'd be like, yeah, he is about a teenager.
Yeah. No. As an actor, he is an amazing human
Fantastic.
being. He just celebrated his birthday not long ago. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
friend. Belated, of course, but that's okay. Better late than never because that's who we are.
That's what we do.
But these are the terms that we have been throwing around left and right without any context for you all. Now you have the context. You can go back and watch all of the episodes and go, oh, these guys are complete and utter idiots. They have no idea what they're talking about. You're right. We don't.
We have no clue, but we fake it real well.
Hey, we have some fun while you're doing it. I do want to say we've got some more episodes coming up. We're going to talk about,
of course,
we're going to talk about Fae.
We are going to talk about the Fae.
We're going to talk about myths and mythologies and monsters,
magics,
and how they fit into festivals.
Yes,
and then later on we're going to talk about festivals and fairs and all of the shenanigans that you can get into, and what's the difference between them.
Yes,
like what's the difference between a Renaissance festival and a medieval fair?
Yes, and a fantasy fair.
Yes, because there are nuances there.
Yes.
But these also go into other like niche markets, like
of course.
a Pirates Festival, or the Viking Get Together, or the Highland Games.
The Highland Games. Oh, I love the Highland Games.
The Highland Games are awesome.
That's because they have haggis.
That's not why I go. I go for the mead.
Okay, well,
that's the only reason why I ever go.
Well, I have to have something to drink. I have to have something to drink with my haggis.
And the Scotch eggs.
And the Scotch eggs, of course.
Which we did that episode already. Now you know how to make them because I know how to make them.
Yes.
So, once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, friends.
Make sure you share us.
Yes, we are on Facebook.
And we're on YouTube.
We are.
Soon to be on maybe Instagram or
something.
Tickety-talkities. I don't do the TikTok thing because we don't have enough video footage.
I don't understand TikTok.
It's an alligator that's after Captain Hook.
Oh, yes, of course. I love him.
So make sure you subscribe, follow us, share us with your friends. If you have any comments, anything that you want to say, you can hit us up on YouTube or on Facebook.
Yes, and you can also share us with your enemies.
That's right, because you know what? That's what we're about.
Yes, share us with everyone.
Yes. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at renaissancerascals@gmail.com.
Send us a message on Facebook.
On Facebook. We're pretty responsive.
For the most part, yes.
For the most part. But additionally, if you are looking to try to partner with us, we're not ready yet.
No. But we appreciate it.
We do. We appreciate
absolutely
you.
Appreciate it.
Maybe when we get like 500 subscribers, we'll be willing to partner with people.
Yes.
Or if you want to give us free stuff, we always like free stuff.
Swag.
Yes, swag or Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs.
Well,
if you want to be an unofficial sponsor,
send
us a message.
Yeah, no, seriously. If you want us to highlight your Etsy shop or your website, please.
Yeah, we're coming up on we're coming up on really the fair season.
Yes.
Not just ours, but a lot of fairs are going to be starting now.
As a matter of fact, Arizona's getting ready to start off in February.
So if you have a Etsy shop or you're a vendor,
yes,
anything like that, just let us know.
Feel free.
We will gladly highlight your
dude,
thing.
I'll plug your store left and right.
And if it's products we actually use, that's even better.
Yes. Like a hat.
Yes, or if you want to send us something to use.
Like a hat.
Okay, you've got a hat.
I do, but I want another hat.
I want
the hat from Big Trouble in Little China.
Dude, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Dude, it's a lot. Think about that.
That would be fantastic.
I could hide under that hat. That would
so we are looking for unofficial sponsors.
We're also looking just for if you want to share us, give us a mention on your site.
Yes, please. Please.
Hey, we were seen on Renaissance Rascals.
Yeah,
we'll actually do what we did for Tarvel, and we'll show your site off. We'll post up your website so that people can get to it.
Yeah.
And eventually, when I figure out YouTube a little bit better, they'll be able to put on a little picture up here, like somewhere up there. Somewhere over there, and they'll be able to just click that and go straight to your shop and do some shopping. We're not telling you to send us anything. That's really not what we're about. We're trying to help you guys out.
But we're not saying that either.
That's right. And also, if you are a national act and you would like us to pitch your show,
yes, we'll do that too.
I mean, dude, we can do that. That's what we're about.
As long as we like you.
Even if we don't like you.
All right, fine.
I mean, I don't like him, and I'm here with him.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so we'll plug your show no matter what.
Yes. But thank you for tuning in. I'm Rob.
I'm Keith.
And we are the Renaissance Rascals.
We are.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. Oh, we're supposed to go to our cool down scene. Okay, here we go. So we'll just go ahead and go down to this thing.
Yeah,
we'll
there we
keep
go.
it recording for a little bit because I'm horrible at this.
You were so not.
Oh
good.
my goodness.
What is going
Whoa,
on?
what is that? I where did that come from?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that is. What is that? That's the one? There we go. I have no idea.
I don't know. What are you
I have
doing?
no idea where that came from. It's like pretty red. What is that?
Who writes
oh,
this?
somebody followed us. That's what that is.
Who writes this
There you go.
material?
No, that was that was weird. No, because this is our latest follower is Pretty Red, whoever that is. Thank you for following us.
Yes, thank you. Is that on Facebook?
That is on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That is a Facebook follower, and then we've got different links there.
I think we have more. We're up to like
86 or 87, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to
We
look
actually
at
got
it.
another one on YouTube.
Yeah,
I saw that this morning.
Yeah, 27 now.
Yeah, I was like, whoo.
Yeah. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and I had to tell that I was talking about you and how you're like, dude, I want to be at like 100 already. Like, dude, we're not. It's not going to happen, man.
It will.
Like it will, but not in the freaking month and a half that we've been active.
It should.
No.
Yes.
I mean, we're good, but we're not that good.
No, really, we are that good.
I mean, if we were topless, maybe that would work.
Okay, so it's going to go down to like 4. We're going to lose subscribers.
We're going to keep on taking off clothes until you give us more subscriptions.
You're at negative 10 subscribers.
Right? And then we get that band hammer from YouTube. They're like, stop it. Keith and a Mankini is not funny.
No, it's not.
Oh, my God. Well, let's get some food.
All right.